How's it going, everybody? Alright, so, I've been out of the loop for a while. I really don't watch the news because, well, I'm old school. I've got a tube TV and no cable. And the little converter box thing, I can never get that thing to work. And unfortunately, I've been, kind of out of the vaping community online. Just had some personal things going on in my life. But I'm getting back to my reviews, and one of the things that some of my friends in the online vaping world have informed me of is, again, domestic violence against deceased equines. In other words, they're beating the same damn dead horse over and over and over again. Can we guess what it's about? Yep, you nailed it right on the head. Battery safety. Alright, there's not much I can do to, tell people what batteries to use, what batteries not to use, blah, 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 blah. Real simple. Check with your local vape shop. See if the batteries they have are going to be adequate for the device you're running. That's the best thing I can tell you on which batteries to use. I can, however, start my new series over here on YouTube, my ghetto vaping on a budget, in regards to battery cases and battery safety. Alright, we all know these. We've seen them before. They're hard to find. They're elusive. It's the mystical, magical battery case. Well, I can do one better for you. Dollar Tree. Alright, you got. Doesn't go nowhere. Now, there's a little rattle in there, but that's fine. If you wanted to, you could put some foam or some felt or, some cotton balls. That way you've got extra wicking material in there, in between the batteries, whatever. But what matters most is that there is not enough wiggle room in there for your positives and your negatives to be making contact. Alright? See that? Just, it ain't gonna go. I mean, if you got two in there, it's possible, but still unlikely. Because, one knocks over, the other's going to knock over, and it's going to knock over in the same way, and still not enough room for your positives and your negatives to be making contact. And let's face it, that's one of the most important parts with the safety, is keeping your positives and your negatives from making contact or anything getting up into the holes in your positive. Now, as you saw, I normally keep 4 in there. Now, a lot of times when you're looking for your battery cases, the biggest problem is if you're running nipple top batteries. I know a lot of people say, don't use them, don't use them. I use them. They work. If you're using nipple top batteries, they don't fit in a lot of, non-standard battery cases, like regular ghetto shit like I do. Well, these little blue stacking, because you get them in a 2-pack. So this is actually a 50-cent box. You get a pack of 2. They're stacked up and have a little cardboard band around the 2 of them. 2 of them for $1 at Dollar Tree. Alright. My nipple tops, both that black set and the red set, both nipple tops, fit in there just fine. Even better, nice watertight seal on that. Get it closed down, and it's got the double latch, and as you can see, that thing's pretty firm on there. Ain't got to worry about it. 2 for $1. These ones that only hold 2 batteries, expensive. If you can even find the fuckers. Yeah, you're talking $3, $4, $5, if not more. Holds 2 batteries, 1 case, anywhere between $3 and $5, maybe more, if you can find them. Dollar Tree, 2 for $1. Suck it up, Buttercup. Find what works and use it. Next up, Dollar Tree. Going even more ghetto. Can you see what that is? Cotton swabs. Q-tips. Well, I got these. 2 for $1. It's got a nice little button latch on the front. It's just a post through a hole. And you pry it out. It just opens up. Little plastic cheap ass case. That's what I keep my little midgie batteries in. Those ones are the 18350s. Now, based off of how much extra room is left at the top on this, I'd say you can probably get your 26650s in here, but I can't guarantee that. I know you can get your 18650s in there, your 18350s, your 1800 series batteries fit in that blue box. Your 1800 batteries also fit in, or your 1800 series batteries will also fit into the little cotton swab box. Because this is what I initially kept my 18650s in. Now, anybody know what these are? You lost? Don't worry. Everybody is at first. Anybody ever seen the little finger condoms? A lot of times post office uses it to, go through the envelopes and all that shit. Well, they also sell them in the first aid aisle. In case you get a cut, you put a band-aid on it, roll it down over, no worry of contamination. They're latex. So, if you've got a latex allergy, stay the hell away from them. But if you don't have a latex allergy, fair game. I use these in this box for my 18350s because, well, they roll around a bit in there. So, in order to make sure that my negatives and my positives don't touch accidentally, what do I use? That's right. I use an insulator. I actually got this idea from the U.S. government. U.S. government, well, maybe not the government, but the U.S. military. Guys in the military have been using condoms to keep the barrels of their guns from getting contaminated for decades. Figure shit, why not the tops of my batteries? Not to mention, what is latex? Latex is rubber. What is rubber? An insulator. So, works out nice. Now, to show you that it will accommodate your 18650s, there you go. Now, you notice there's a little room at the top there. That can be filled in again with cotton or felt or whatever. Make it look pretty, make it look decorative. I don't remember if I can get 3 or 4 in here. Yeah, 3. 3 is the max number of batteries that you can get standing up in there. The 4th will not lay down. It's just a hair too long. But you can get 3 batteries in there. If you're running a standard mech mod, 3 batteries is good. If you're running, a box mod, well, 2 to 3 batteries is all you would need for a battery swap. So, again, cheap is good. Why go out and pay, anywhere between $300 and $300, I don't know how much these fucking things are costing anymore, for one of these cheap ass little piece of shit boxes that shouldn't cost you more than, 9 cents, just because they've got the little grooves in there. You know what? I can do that with duct tape. Maybe one of these days I will. Either way, all you gotta do is go out, get yourself a couple of cheap ass boxes that fit your batteries. And now I've told you where you can get some. Go do it. Don't let them roll around in your pocket. Don't leave them loose in your vape bag. And if you're going to do that, at least put a condom on them. Again, the finger condoms, Dollar Tree. I got like 25 of them for $1. You can go to Walmart and get a 50-pack of assorted sizes for like $1.25, something like that. So please, folks, please, please, don't make me continue the abuse of poor dead horses. I am tired of beating this fucking rancid animal. If you got a question about a battery, you know, be an adult, ask your fucking question. Alright? Find somebody who knows. Ask them. If you can't find somebody who knows, get a hold of the manufacturer. Alright? Next up, don't listen to somebody simply because they've been vaping longer than you. Put a little time and effort and research into it, alright? That's why I don't give people specs on batteries. I don't fucking know them. I don't tell people what batteries to use and what not to use. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with them. I don't want that on my conscience. I tell them to go fucking learn it for themselves. I know which ones work for me. I don't know which one's going to work for Joe Schmo over there. My batteries, everybody says, oh, they're only going to last you 6 months. I've had these sons of bitches pretty much since I started vaping a year and a half ago. They still work great. I've had people tell me these are the absolute worst and the absolute best batteries they've ever used. I find them to work, well, just like my green ones. They work until they don't, and then I charge them, and then they work again. That's these ones. And my green ones are these ones. These are Sony's. But you know what? What works for me may not work for others. So I'm not going to tell them what to get. The other issue is so many people, when they give advice on batteries, it's personal preference and brand loyalty. Alright? Talk to people, that's fine. That's gathering information. But bear in mind, you know, the things that they say are going to be sprinkled with and peppered with their own personal preferences and tastes. If you want the lowdown, you want the skinny on it, contact the manufacturers, get the specs for it. I mean, hell, if you want to go so far as to get the fucking MSDS sheets, have at it. But do your research, alright? You can't just expect everybody to you know, feed you the info for free. Because, I'm going to be honest, most people are fucking lazy. I know I am. Yeah, most people aren't going to go out and do their research. I was lucky. I was able to find some research that gave it all to me flat out right there up front. But again, that was a year and a half ago. I don't even remember where the hell I found it. I found what worked for me and I went with it. But yeah, get some boxes that fit your batteries, or mostly fit your batteries. Don't leave them rolling around loose. Put a condom on the tip. Um, do your research. Charge them properly. All right. More often than not, your battery charger is going to tell you its limitations. You know, don't go past it. If you're going to spend the money to go into a mech mod and go into big batteries or a box mod, get a decent fucking charger. You know, the little $2 throwaway giveaway charger, don't trust it. You know, go out and get yourself a decent one. Get yourself a 2 or 4 bay, you know, plug-in with a digital display. It'll cost you like $35 fucking dollars. It'll be the cost, you know, that's on the medium to high end. It's going to cost you about the same amount that a second set of batteries is going to cost you. But in the long run, it's going to be a lot better bet for you. Because most of them have, you know, reverse battery or reverse polarity protection if you put your battery in upside down. It's going to have overcharge protection. Most of them will have, you know, a trickle charge, you know, battery resuscitation or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But get yourself a reliable, safe charger. You know, I personally have never encountered anybody who's had a battery blow while on the charger, but there's the horror stories about it. And you know what? An ounce of prevention, is worth, you know, it's worth everything. Would you rather spend $35, get a second set of batteries, so that you don't have to wait overnight while you're sleeping for your batteries to charge? Or would you rather buy a new fucking house? Eh, again, not telling you what to do. Well, I kind of sort of am. But it's more advice. It's stern advice. And I'm being this detailed and this aggressive about it because this is the one and only fucking video I'm going to do on battery safety. Because I'm fucking tired of hearing about it. I am goddamn over it. Every time some fucking moron redneck slaps an Addy on a fucking mod that they should not have been touching to begin with, and it gets national coverage, people look at me like I'm the fucking devil. And I look at them like, what? Nobody ever fucking burned a house down with a lit cigarette? Fuck you. But I'm tired of it. So I am doing my part to stem the tide of stupidity. Because that's what a lot of it is. It's stupidity. Because people are, well, it boils down to people are too fucking arrogant and too shy and too afraid to ask a fucking rudimentary question. And to me, those actions are fucking stupid. So yeah, it boils down to stupidity. And quite honestly, I put a lot of blame on the brick and mortar vape shops because they push these high priced, over fucking priced, high dollar, giant mechs and giant box mods at somebody who should, in all reality, be starting out on a fucking sig-alike. And all of a sudden, Jimbo has a fucking mech mod that he's double stacking and doesn't know what the hell to do with it. Or he's got a fucking hybrid mod and he sticks the wrong atomizer on there. And next thing you know, it turns into a fucking rocket coming out of his hand. And you know what? At that point, I blame not only Jimbo for being stupid and not learning about the device he's using, but I also blame the vape shop for A, probably pushing those devices on him, B, for not making sure that he knew what the hell he was using, or at least giving him a fucking introductory course to it. You know, I don't know. It's one of those, I believe in free enterprise. I believe in, you know, the ability for people to run their businesses and sell what they're selling without too much, interference. But at the same time, you wouldn't let somebody ride a motorcycle out of the fucking showroom if they didn't know how to ride a goddamn motorcycle. You wouldn't let somebody test drive a speedboat if they had never driven a boat before. Why in the hell are you going to do it with vaping? But at the same time, if Jimbo ain't never held a fucking gun before, he shouldn't be going out trying to buy a Sega shotgun. Eh, just because you can doesn't mean you should. So, if you're switching from a Marlboro and a Zippo and trying to go immediately into a fucking, you know, a hybrid with a mutation and .001 coil. I know they're okay. Let me rephrase that. .01 coil and fucking blow clouds across the fucking stadium. That shit shouldn't happen either. So I put the blame where the blame belongs, on pure fucking stupidity and greed. So that's my rant on batteries. That's also the beginning of the ghetto vaping on a budget series. For those of you concerned that my fucking rant is going to continue on, it's not. Like I said, it's the one and only video I'm doing about battery safety. Will I rant about prices and the cost of vaping and the extreme price gouging in certain areas and why people need to do shit cheaper? Oh, hell yeah. Because, well, I'm a poor broke bastard. I gotta be angry about something. I might as well be angry about being broke and doing something costs so much. So, yeah, you'll see a lot more about vaping on a budget. But those are going to be funny, interesting, and hopefully, you know, helpful rants. Whereas this one is just an angry, I'm fucking tired of it rant. Because you know what? It's a battery. You wouldn't try to start a car with a 9 volt. And you damn sure wouldn't try to, you know, stick your tongue across a fucking car battery. People, electricity sucks. But you know what? It runs the world. Show it some fucking respect. And you know what? That's what's inside a battery. Electricity and chemicals. So, yeah, that's it for battery safety. That's the beginning of ghetto vaping on a budget. And this is New Vapor. Just reminding you all, vape responsibly.